Hi dear Twin Flames, my name is Marta and welcome to my channel Pop Paper Love. Here I speak about my Twin Flame journey and you can gain many insights and information about Twin Flames. But today I'll be speaking about one topic that I feel it's common but it's not really spoken about a lot, and that's Twin Flames and psychosis. And if you're new to this channel, you can subscribe. And yeah, I'm gonna share a bit about my journey and my experience with psychosis. I experienced psychosis at the beginning of my twin flame journey, and it was a big thing for me to experience, like a big deal, because it's actually how my twin flame got revealed through that illness, through that psychotic disorder. But I started to experience signs of like prodrome. I think it's a term also in English. Like when you start to experience some depression, or you go to a room, you lose concentration, you kind of skip school. Like those are the signs that can be an early signs of psychosis. And that was happening to me in high school. I think I shared with you that I changed high school when I was around 16, 17. I was in like in the middle of the I changed the high school in the middle of my schooling, of my adolescence, and basically that was a big thing for me because it was a big stressor for my upcoming psychosis. But after high school I enrolled to law school, and then I started to experience some like positive symptoms of psychosis. And it was really difficult to experience that because, you know, I had some false beliefs around certain things. I don't quite remember what was the thing that I was delusional about, something, yeah, with numbers, with shares or whatever. I think I was in a store and I was thinking that I can buy the whole store or something like that. But interesting thing that happened the year after, when I enrolled to medical school after that experience with psychosis when I was at law school, was like I enrolled to medical school because I wanted to be a psychiatrist. I wanted to become a psychiatrist after my experience with hospitalization prior to that. And like like I wanted to help people who were experiencing things similar to me. But the interesting thing that happened, like when I enrolled to law school after my experience with psychosis, I had the same points like on my admissions exam as my twin flame, and so that was also a sign that I was on a good path. But yeah, when I got accepted for the second time, when I got admitted to the second time to the hospital, to the psych ward, I was experiencing some deep delusions and um okay, I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm not sure if you can catch up my story, but when I was at medical school, I stopped taking my medications. So that was a year after my first hospitalization, and I stopped taking my medications. And because I was thinking that I was really good, I was fine, everything is okay, nothing will, not another episode of my psychosis will happen. And basically, in that year, I was not sleeping at all. I was really irritable. I was in so much pain, and I didn't subscribe it to not taking my medications. But of course, that was the case. And after, I know that I took some sleeping pills in the evening, I used to take them, and they weren't even helping me. And like I was in so much pain. And then we had one subject at medical school, that's chemistry, when one of the professors was basically gaslighting me. And I lost it then at that chemistry class. Like I remember that the professor was reading we had an exam at that class, and one of the professors was laughing at me and my answers, and then I lost it, and then I kind of wanted to study medicine at some different school, and basically my delusion was back then that I searched for some different medical schools, some of them in the US, And my delusion was that I thought that I got accepted to one medical school in the US, which wasn't the case. And of course, I shared that with my parents back then, and they traveled back from my hometown to the place where I reside, where I studied medicine. That was in a different town. I got accepted to a hospital involuntarily because, of course, I thought everything was fine with me. That's the thing with psychotic illnesses. You often think that your delusions are really real and that other people are wrong, that like that your reality is true. And so I got accepted to, I was first at the intensive care unit for a few days, and then I got how do you say it, dismissed to another ward that was locked up ward. And like I could only leave hospital when I was with my parents. I just walked around the hospital with my parents, and I couldn't really, I wasn't really free to do anything. In the hospital, there were many people with similar problems like me. I remember one guy who was like drawing some who was drawing a lot about the end of the world, like man calendar, like 2012, and I recognized immediately that he suffers from depression. There were some people who struggled with alcohol, with drugs, with personality disorders, and it's like it's a really painful experience. I realized after that I struggled with some traumatic stress, like post-traumatic stress symptoms, because when you're so young, like I was like 20, 21, it takes a toll on you because it's such a deep and profound experience. I know I gained a lot from that because I got really, I for example, when I studied medicine, I was aware of the most of the illnesses that people were experiencing around me. But that experience of psychosis, it helps you, like you really become more sensible to others. You understand others more deeply, and that psychosis actually led me back to God. Not psychosis, just not the psychotic symptoms, but my illness. I think that in Catechism of Catholic Church, it writes that illness can make you like go further from God, but eventually you come back to God because you're in a state of despair, loneliness. Like you need something to hang on to, like, and that was God for me. But basically, let's go back to psychosis. Yeah, in psychosis, you experience usually that prodromal symptoms, and that was the theme of my graduation paper when I studied. After medical school, I go back. I enrolled to nursing school, and I graduated on prodromal symptoms of schizophrenia. That's actually my illness, and so I basically got an A in my illness and graduated on that paper. So basically, I think there's one. I think it's a defense mechanism called sublimation or altruism or something like that. When you actually sublime your negative experiences into something good, and that was that graduation paper for me when I kind of graduated on my own illness. I like to say it like that, but um, it's a difficult journey to experience that illness, but it leads to good things. For example, it led me to realizing who my twin flame is. So yeah, it's if you're experiencing something similar, know that things will change, you will get better, and that negative experience can indeed turn into something good, like just like it did for me. Yeah, thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye.